Hey everybody, so in part 1 of this video series I talked all about what OctoEverywhere is, why I selected this to be my remote access solution of choice, some of the technical details of security and whatnot, and I walked through how to get all this connected and sort of a deep dive of how all this works, and I even ran some vulnerability assessments against my app that I have here. So we've discussed all that and have the history and sort of technical deep dive, we can walk through getting all of this configured, and I promise it's nowhere near as complex looking as this layout is. For someone who's not particularly technically inclined, I think you will find setting this up to be extremely straightforward and pretty self-explanatory, but I'll walk through it anyway, and we can look together. Here we are signing up for OctoEverywhere. It's quite easy. You go right to OctoEverywhere.com, set up now in under 2 minutes, give it a click, and we are going to create a free account. Prepare for a launch. Now you have to install the plugin on your OctoPrint. To do that, I'll pop over to my OctoPrint. We're going to go to Plugins, Plugin Manager, Get More, OctoEverywhere, click Install. It does its thing. You can see what it's installing. When it's done, you need to restart, which we'll do. Sure, we'll restart. I'm not printing anything. We'll give the OctoPi server just a second. At some point it will say reload. We can reload, and okay, here we go. Now it says we should have a link in our OctoPrint portal. Let's take a look. OctoEverywhere. Now we finish our setup. Boom. Boy, this is well thought out. Blast off. Enter a name for our printer. My printer is called the Vyper, so I'm going to call it Vyper. Secure printer link established. Here we go. Now, wasn't that easy? I mean, I think 2 minutes is an overstatement. If I had known how to do that, it would have been even less than 2 minutes. All right, cool. So it looks like here you can add a printer, modify your apps, support the project, share your printer access. And if I had a camera here, it probably would work. I would like to, let's take a look at our account options. I have one printer. Can update our password. Ooh, enable two-factor authentication. Yes. This is excellent. So you'll likely need some type of application to facilitate this. I recommend Google Authenticator app to do this. So if you scan this with your phone, we can set up the code, and off we go. Of course, I'm not going to set that up now, because someone could just use their camera to scan my QR code and piggyback on my MFA. I'm going to set that up and get back to you. Once that's in, you're done. Other account options we have? No. Pretty cool. You can see now that my printer is turned on and the camera connected to my OctoPi is also on. You have the video output of your printer here, and then if I click connect, what it does is it passes through your credentials. It's gonna log in, and you have it. The printer's ready to rock. Now somebody asked, if I upload a file to the SD, the printer's screen show the status. So I say, let's try it. I'm going to click upload to SD, and now I'm going to upload Mpox's temp tower file. Right now it's sending the file to the SD card. Back in when something moves. Okay, That took quite a bit of time to copy this 4 meg file from my network to the Pi to the SD card using this Upload SD button. However, now it's here, I can click it, it's here, and I can click Print. Took about, I want to say 10 minutes for 4 meg, which seems ridiculous, so I'll have to look into that. This is the, as you can see, Temp Tower Vyper MPOX 16 G-code file. I just want to see how this prints. I'm curious. This should be starting momentarily. If you want to connect a mobile app to your OctoEverywhere, log in through the app and you will see this request show up, and that's the mobile app connecting through OctoEverywhere to your printer. You want to click Allow. The mobile app I chose because I'm using iOS is Polymer. It's recommended by OctoEverywhere, and it was very straightforward to set up. When you fire up the app, it has a button to auto search for your printer. It found mine right away, and then there's a button that just says OctoEverywhere right on it. You click that, and it connects and then pushes the secure token between the two. That's when you see that prompt on the Octo screen where you say allow, and it completes the handshake or completes the link. Now I'll switch over to the mobile app so you can see what the mobile app experience looks like. But this is Polymer's website, and you can get it from the App Store if you are on iOS. Here we have the main Polymer screen where you get a nice live feed from your camera. You also have pause and cancel buttons, plus print temperature monitoring right from this first screen. Going over to the next screen, you have axes controls for the print. Then you have all your files, both local and on the SD card. And here you have general system maintenance tasks like reboot and things. Really well thought out app. I enjoy it. Hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. It occurred to me that this test is really only valid if we do this outside of our home network. So I disabled the Wi-Fi on my cell phone. That puts me on the cellular LTE network. I have a file, several files ready to go on the OctoPrint server, so I'll just pick one of those. I already have this warming up to operating temperature. You can see that the camera is already working nicely and streaming without any lag or anything, which I think is pretty awesome. And so once this comes up to temp, what I'll do is start the print from this app. Now you're looking at the Polymer app, which is, I think, how you'd be doing this if you were on the road, let's say, moving around. So I guess you could leave your printer set up. You can actually start the warm-up process right from here. And here I'm testing using the home functions and control functions to home the print bed and also home the Z-axis. And you'll see those start moving as expected right when I press the buttons. And this is for the Z, and you'll see that move as well. Now it's working quite nicely. Now that I'm just about up to operating temperature, I'm going to go over to my files, pick my calibration cube, and click the print button in the upper right corner. And then we'll get this print started. Do you want to print? I say yes. And off it goes. Now we'll give this just a couple minutes and see if it starts printing. The file itself has a temperature of 200 degrees, where the temp was only at 190, so it needs another just a couple seconds to come up to operating temperature, and then we'll see if this print starts from remote, and I think we can call this a success. And there you have it. It's printing from this mobile app, which is outside my home network completely, and it was really quite simple. To be honest, you don't have to interact with the OctoEverywhere service directly now if you're using mobile apps, so I think that's also important to note. It's just facilitating everything behind the scenes for you, but it is there if you do want to use it in a web application. Anyway, hope everybody found this helpful. Thanks for watching.